Louisa Barton here for the Equus Television Network and the Horse Talk Show at Churchill Downs this morning, and a very exciting morning after a very exciting Oaks and Derby, especially exciting for this barn behind us, Kenny McPeak's stable, and I'm here with the jockey, Brian Hernandez. Brian, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Thanks for having me.
How are you feeling today? Is it must be incredible to be victorious twice in a weekend. How amazing! It's
a surreal moment to come out and win the Oaks on Friday, which was extremely special, and then to double it up yesterday and win the Kentucky Derby today. I mean, yesterday it's like it still hasn't sunken in yet. It's still not. It's so surreal that it's impossible to put into words more than anything.
It's amazing. I don't think it's been done since Calvin Burrell.
Calvin Burrell did it back in 2009, and then before the last time a jockey and trainer duo did it, and a trainer did it was back in 1953, I believe it was, 72 years ago.
Yeah, isn't it? Wow.
Ben Jones was the last one to do it, so it's an incredible feat for Kenny, and it's unbelievable.
Tell us a little bit of your background.
Grew up around horses whole life from when I was a young kid to now. You know, grew up on a little farm down there in Louisiana. My dad was a jockey. He rode for 30-something years, and I was fortunate enough when I first started riding, I rode with him, and just horses have been in our blood our whole lives.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
So tell us about riding in the Oaks, winning the Oaks, how that felt, and then kind of compare that to the next day and the difference. Obviously the Oaks was sloppy and wet, and it was a rough day yesterday. Fortunately we had a nicer day. The track was still heavy, but we didn't get a wet day, so that was good.
Going into the Oaks, you know, we were really confident in our filly and Thorpedo Anna, and then when she showed up and ran such a monstrous race that she won authoritatively by 4, and we were just so excited. And then yesterday, we went into the Derby yesterday. We didn't have much pressure on us. You know, we thought our horse had a big chance, and we liked him. We knew we figured he would show up. And then, like Kenny and I talked about it after the race, there was just no pressure yesterday. It was kind of just this calm, easy-going thing where we kind of, I think in the back of our mind, we all kind of thought, hey, for some reason, it looks like we're going to win the Derby today. So then, when we went out there, and our horse, he's another testament to it, because he's such a cool customer. He went out there with no issues. He, like a pony early in the post-breed, he had his head just kind of cruising around, taking it all in. And when he left the gate and put himself in such a good spot, and he was responsive for me the whole way, it was just an unbelievable feeling to cross the wire. You know, we crossed the wire in front, but at the same time, we weren't sure if we actually won. So we went from the fastest 2 minutes in sports to the longest 2 minutes in sports, waiting for our number to be hung up.
I know, right? It was so close. It was like a whisker, right?
It was so close. And one of my friends, Greg Blasi, he's the outrider here at Churchill Downs, and I kept asking him, I'm like, Greg, did we win? Did we win? Did we win? And he had the earpiece in his ear, and he was like, the stewards are saying you won, but they haven't made it official yet. And waiting for it to become official, it was like, just come on, just make it official already, please. We want to be the Derby winner. So when they finally hung it up as the official Kentucky Derby winner, I was like, oh wow, this is unbelievable.
So amazing, isn't it? What a feeling. Oh my gosh. I'm sure you can't compare it, because for us as spectators watching it, so exciting. It has to be times 100 or 1,000 for you being in that position. Wow, it just has to be both of them. 2 days, biggest weekend in horse racing.
It's the biggest weekend in horse racing, and to be able to accomplish this on such a big stage, it's going to take a while for it to sink in.
That's amazing, amazing.
Thank
so what did you do to celebrate last night? Go
well,
home and sleep?
No, I wish. We'll sleep in a few days. I think we've slept, my wife and I and parents, I think we've slept about 4 hours the last 3 days.
I'm sure.
Last night we did the Derby party down at the Derby Museum, and we got out of the track at about 9:30, and then we went to Jeff Ruby's downtown until, I think we got out of there like 12:30, and by the time we were done with that, we were all amped up. So my wife and I, we went home, and we watched a little bit of the NBC coverage, and finally fell asleep at about 3 and got up at 5 this morning.
To be back here.
Yeah.
Well, we are so happy for
Thank you.
What a wonderful weekend. Just incredible, wonderful experience. Well done.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing weekend. Brian Hernandez here at Churchill Downs with 2 victorious winners here right behind us, winning the Oaks and the Derby this weekend. Wow. And the 150th, no less. Got a shout out here for Dominic Brennan in Ocala, where the horse got its start, of course, at the Summerfield Training Centre. We love our Ocala connections since that's where we're from. So shout out to all the connections here for two incredible horses, an amazing weekend in horse racing. Louisa Barton for the Equus Television Network and the Horse Talk Show.